Turning Point, online program for amazing women. Yes, women are amazing. And especially when we form a tribe of like-minded women that support each other, that care for each other, that challenge each other. We form a tribe. And we don't do it on our own. So I'm Ilse Alberts. I'm a psychologist and a life strategist. I have been a psychologist for more than 40 years. And in my lifetime, I have experienced many cataclysmic events, from being diagnosed with a chronic disease to a divorce at the age of 32 and with 2 young kids, to finding my second husband dead in the middle of the night after he had a massive heart attack, relocating to another city, another part of my country, having children leaving my nest, facing being on my own, getting married again, taking on stepchildren, having difficult times in my business, thinking that all the years of building a business collapsed when COVID started. These were all transformational moments in my life, and we call those turning points. And in our turning points, we turn from one place of being to a next place of being, to a higher place of being, a more developed, more empowered, more wiser way of being. So in Turning Point for women, I take women in a tribal group, and yes, the tribe gets formed. Women start to really be there for each other, support each other, and as I said, even challenge each other on a journey to whatever transformation moment you are in, to use that as your turning point, to turn from being in your default mode, that default mode that you've actually formed in your formative years of being 3, 4, 5 years old, and lopsided perceptions of how do I feel loved and accepted, and how do I get the attention of my loved ones, my parents, the people that are important in my life. We've all formed to those perceptions. I'm not needed, I'm not wanted, I'm not good enough, I'm in the way, I don't belong. Those painful things that we tell ourselves, and it starts to become the theme of our lives. And every time there's a challenge, we fall back into the default mode. And that is a very subconscious thing that we all do. But it doesn't have to be like that anymore. Because in Turning Point, I take women on a 3-month journey, every week for 2 hours. Yes, it's intense. We have to really get into the momentum of it, on a journey to understand their default mode and why it's there, and why did it come, and what was the impact of that in your life. But then we use that to tune into what I call our genius or our sage, our higher mind of doing life and living the life of your heart's desires. I have done that for myself, and every turning point that I've been through gave me just more skills, more techniques, more approaches, a better insight of how life works. And in my Turning Point for women, and I call it for my amazing women, I share my absolute flagship techniques and approaches and life skills, so that we can choose the end results of how we choose to live our lives. You will discover your true heart's desires. You will discover ways how to fulfill that. You will discover how to belong to a tribe of amazing women and form deep bonds of kinship, of learning from each other, In the 3 months, we don't only meet for 2 hours every week. We form a WhatsApp group, and there's a lot of interaction. I share a lot of things there as well. In Turning Point, you're going to learn how to start with wonderful ways, how to have wonderful ways of starting your days. You're going to learn new things of how to empower yourself, look after yourself, start your day in a great mental mindset, and how to handle those challenging moments, and how to turn from the previous stage into the next stage of becoming more authentic to yourself. I have so many testimonials of women who say this had been the turning point of their lives. And if you have already decided you want to do it, I am so joyful that you're coming on this journey with me. And if you're listening to this for the first time and you think, well, something speaks to me about it, I want to know more about it, you're so welcome to reach out to me, and we can have an exploration call. You can see, is this really what I want to do? Because it is really for special women, for extraordinary women who want to build themselves, empower themselves, grow themselves for their own sake and the sake of their loved ones and the world that they live in. So I encourage you to seriously consider doing my Turning Point for Women, a 3-month online program. I take your hand and I walk for 3 months with you. Not only during our Zoom meetings once a week for 2 hours, but throughout the 3 months. I'm looking forward to having you as part of this absolute amazing program. I have to say it myself, but that is the feedback I've gotten from previous attendees.